Clinic.com, and this is my talk, Pillars of Internet Marketing. Giving this to a couple large state chiropractic associations as well as a couple practice management groups. This is going to give an overview of some of the ways to market your practice online. The reason I'm giving this is we have very successful practice, one of the largest on the East Coast. Majority of our patients come from the internet. A lot of our patients come from the internet, as well as referrals. So a big, 4 or 5 doctor office running on referrals and internet marketing is pretty much how we get all of our new patients. Nearing about 100 a month, and a big chunk of those are internet marketing patients. So the reason I call this talk the Pillars of Internet Marketing is I want my docs to think about internet marketing like a table. So there's different legs of a table. If you have a table with 4 legs, very sturdy thing, you can sit on it, put a bunch of stuff on it, but you have a table missing a leg, gets kind of wobbly, missing 2 legs, gets a little more pretty wobbly, unsteady, and you only got 1 leg, it's not even going to stand up. And that's really what happens with docs internet marketing when I talk and consult with doctors, is that they do 1 or 2 legs of this chair and they don't do the whole 4 pillars, and the whole thing falls apart. So they'll try SEO, they don't get that great of results. They tried AdWords, or they tried pay-per-click, or they tried Facebook. Most docs don't put the whole thing together in a real good package. That's what makes the difference. With internet marketing, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. A lot of times it's 1 + 1 + 1 = 10. So they all kind of build on each other. The things you do on YouTube affect Facebook, affect your SEO. It all works together in the internet, and you got to have all the pillars going really strong. So we're going to briefly go over all the pillars. When I gave this slide the last 2 times, I said each slide is pretty much a whole day lecture. And as we were talking before, and things change very rapidly and all that, but this gives you a good overview of different methods you do to build your practice via the internet. So why do you want to do internet marketing in this day and age? It's not as hard to convince doctors 5 or 6 years ago it was. But just to tell you, it's a lot better than doing spinal screenings. We don't want to be out at the mall on Saturdays. I know I have small children and a family. I don't want to be at the mall on the weekends doing spinal screenings anymore. The other nice thing is it pays off month to month. It's not like some other marketings. We do appreciation days and other things in the clinic as well. But you do that once, you get a payoff, and they may not be there down the road. So if you get the internet marketing right, you get patients every month, every day, every week from it. I tell people set it and forget it. Not necessarily quite that easy, but when you set up a lot of the systems, they run, and they run well, and especially if you have a good company on the back end helping you run it. So it's not something you got to be at the mall every weekend doing spinal screenings or being at health fairs and giving talks. In this day and age, people are online more than ever. The average person spends over 100 minutes online a day. I'm not sure who has time for that. They're probably not running busy practices like we are, but that's what people are doing this day and age. There's also a lot of the sources that don't work anymore that used to work that we got patients from. Yellow Pages. I just consulted with a doc that used to have practices almost as big as mine, but used to do the killer ads in the newspaper every 2 weeks and got 20 new patients every 2 weeks out of them. And really just overnight they dried up, and his practice is dropped in half really quick. So some of these old sources that are not drawing like they used to, like the Yellow Pages and print media and those things. And there's still some places for that, but you got to step up and do the new stuff. Some docs that are referral-based, and again, our practice is referrals #1 and then internet stuff. The referrals will all check you out online. So if John sends his friend into your clinic to see because he says you're good, before they ever step foot in your office, they're going to Google you online, check your reviews on Facebook, Google. They're going to check out your website and your online presence to make sure you look like you know what you're doing. So even if you're referral-based, which we do get more referrals than internet-based, but it's they're still going to help boost your referrals. All right, so here's the first pillar, or the chair of the internet marketing. So the first thing is to have a good website. Chiropractors in particular, when I talk with them, have pretty rough websites in a lot of ways. A lot of times I see there's a couple companies that have dominated the chiropractic marketplace with the canned websites where everybody looks the same. When I was just talking recently, so if you're new to town, you Google chiropractor San Antonio, and there's 8 of the 10 websites look the same because there's the same 2 companies that make them all. It doesn't really look a professional image. It's also not great for your SEO and other stuff on the back end. The formats that most sites are going to be is a WordPress format is the most common format. It's a very easy, simple. A lot of the templates are free. Also, like our website's a custom format where it's going to be totally customized to you. The one big thing, and again, this is something I shouldn't have to tell, but I do all the time, it must be a responsive design. And what that means is that your website looks good on your iPhone, your iPad, and different computer sizes. And that's not always easy as it seems. But a lot of times there was the mobile sites people were doing years ago, and I'll still see docs doing that, where it's a separate, different website just for your iPad or your iPhone. You don't want to have, you really have one website that conforms to different screen sites. So you have to have a website, then we have to get people to go to it. So that's called search engine optimization. So there's black and white hat techniques. Black hat just basically means you're trying to trick the search engines. and white hat means the more legitimate methods. And these things change very rapidly. I was just talking to Darren about that. But I did a consult with the doc not too long ago, got duped by a company with those black hat techniques, and actually got his website blacklisted on Google. So you literally could not find his website on Google, and you definitely don't want that. They will find you and punish you eventually. And there's a lot of tricks. You'll read books online how to trick the search engines, but you know, a lot of people do get caught, so you don't want to do that. Other good techniques: having a blog. You want to have a blog on the site. Years ago, people taught to have a separate blog that moves back. You know, the blog is separate from your website. Now you want to have your blog on your website. The back-end coding of the website is very important. It's something you're going to have a team help you with, but you just know about it. There's, you know, meta tags, keyword observation, SEO stuff that needs to be done on the back end of the site that you don't necessarily want to do, but you need to know, make sure somebody's doing it properly. Pay-per-click ads are still good. A lot of people are getting away from that. Sometimes I hear. But it's still a good method. Google gets 64% of all search, so with paying for pay-per-click ads on Google is good, especially if your site's not popping up SEO friendly for the keywords that you want. You can just pay to be where you want. And I did another consult with another doc and said, I do so good on the SEO. My organic is really high. If you Google chiropractor in my town, I'm the first one that shows up. But all I said to him is, I can move into your town tomorrow and I'll just pay for ads and I'll be above you. So even all that work you did, you can just, you know, pay to be above it. So I don't want somebody else doing that to me. So I always want to make sure I'm paying to be on top and doing the SEO stuff as well. All right, so here's an example of our website. A custom-built website here. Pretty simple. You don't want to get too crazy. You can see up top, home, about us, appointments, directions, insurance, some of the services we offer. We're multidisciplinary, so we're on our page on the chiropractor, PT, all that stuff. We have a big page of testimonials we get into, our blog on the page, which we talked about as well, and then a contact form. See, it's pretty clean and easy, and should get you what you need to do. But you don't have to get too crazy. You don't want flashes and guys running across the screen. Nice, clean, neat website. The next pillar, or the leg of internet marketing, is YouTube. Seems like a little bit of people getting away from YouTube with all this Facebook talk lately, but we'll get to that in a minute. But YouTube is huge still. There's 1 billion people on YouTube. That's quite a bit. 6 billion hours of video are watched per month. So that means every user is watching 6 hours a month. It's a lot. Testimonials is what we mostly use for YouTube. It's a good strategy. People seem to like real video. We've done fancy professional videos you see down there, had commercials done by video companies and spent a lot of money on that. Did a little bit of mixed results with that, but ultimately really just having the authentic testimonials has done really well on YouTube. We use it otherwise as well. We'll see us reusing these testimonials a lot and throughout this presentation. But so a couple things, I get my staff to do it. I've never gotten a testimonial myself on a video. You want to make sure they sign a release. A real generic release. Any guys email it to me, I'll email you a release. It's just drfedich@milliondollarclinic.com. I'll email you our release. It's nothing fancy. So we'll incentivize our staff to get these testimonial videos, so we'll reward them, and we'll upload them right to YouTube. You have us and the SEO stuff, careful keyword selection, what keywords you want to use, and have them uploaded up to YouTube. You also make sure you have a nice looking channel. So YouTube channel is kind of like your Facebook page with the background and the pictures and the right address and all that stuff. So you want to make sure you have that all done properly. And again, we have done stuff with the professional video. There is some space for that. If you're just beginning, I do the testimonial videos. There is some good. We did some condition-specific videos that did well. A carpal tunnel video, back pain, neck pain, headaches, little short videos that we chopped up from an infomercial kind of thing. We got a lot of use out of that as well, and that was pretty good, but that's going to cost you some money. You can do those testimonial videos, get them right done from the staff's iPhones, and it's not too hard to get done. So I talked about YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel in the back there. Again, not too fancy clean, but you want some stuff on there. You'll see just some background photos, some of the staff, building, phone numbers, real obvious, along with our address. And then just our videos will be right there below that. But, you know, with our info, contact, email, and all that kind of stuff on there. But nothing too crazy, real nice and simple. But you want stuff on there. You want a channel with nothing on it. All right, more about YouTube. So there's a lot of other strategy with YouTube. We don't want to forget it. So one of the strategies we've done is pre-roll ads, and all that means is the ad that's shown before your ad, before your video that you want to watch. So everyone knows you want to watch your video. You got to watch, you know, a couple of seconds of a video ad before. We've done well with those. We do testimonial videos, also those condition videos. We do TV advertising, so we've used TV ads in this method as well. But those ads work pretty good. They're pretty low cost. They'll be short, 15 to 30 seconds. The nice thing, YouTube, unlike Facebook, some other things, is very geo-targeted, so you're only showing the ad to people pretty close to your office. So One of the proud moments in internet marketing, we had a random person call the office a couple months ago and said, I see your videos so much on the darn YouTube, I would never come to this office. I'm sick and tired of hearing from you, blah, blah, blah. And just that he saw our videos so much online, he got tired of us. And even though that might sound bad, it's a good thing that there's that one person that's seen it so much. You know, you're really targeting your market, which is good. And again, we use the testimonial videos for that as well, or the short commercials for those pre-roll ads. And it gets more, you can get more complicated retargeting and stuff, which we won't get into in this presentation, but it's a good strategy, pre-roll ads as well. All right, Facebook 101. So it seems to be the hot topic. Everybody wants to talk about Facebook advertising. It seems to be the hot topic lately, and there's a good reason. It's good return on investment. It's pretty low cost, and there's a lot of powerful things Facebook can do. So there's some mistakes that, I see real basic. Some guys are real advanced. Some people are very basic, but we want to make sure we get a business page. I do see docs still using a personal page for their practice. I don't recommend that. In fact, I don't recommend being friends with your patients either. I know there's other people who disagree with that, but I don't do that. Make sure you have a business page. Example of ours, pretty simple. To me and one of the other docs here, just a picture of our therapy area there. Background photo, make sure your hours are right, contact information, and pictures are uploaded. It's kind of the same as YouTube. You want to make sure it looks pretty decent when people go on it. All right, so some stuff about just posting on Facebook. We got to make it regular. A lot of times, docs won't post for months on end. You've got to post at least a couple times a week. There's a lot of argument on how much you should post, but most people aren't posting enough. You post every day, you'll be fine. I think you really probably couldn't post too much. Then we'll get to that in a second. Make it something interesting, just post health tips and things like that. Make it something a little different and interesting. Personally, if you're okay with that. Now, again, I said we don't want to be friends with our patients, but, I think the best post ever done on the Facebook business page was my daughter's one-year birthday. We posted a happy birthday photo, and that got the most likes and shares of anything we ever did. I'm okay with that if you are, happy anniversary, something like that, a little bit. You don't want to get too personal. But that stuff works well. The reason why I post a lot, the average post is only seen by about 16% of your fans. So that means if you have 100 fans and you post something, only 16 of them see it, which is not a lot, obviously. So you think you have 1,000 fans, but maybe only 30 or 40 are seeing the posts that you're doing. The other thing with the Facebook has an algorithm that tries to figure out what you want to see, for good or for bad. That's the way they do it. If people don't interact with the page, go on it, like or share, it's going to basically disappear to the point where they never even see it. So if not interacting with the patients, they will stop seeing it. The reason why they did all this and stopped seeing the posts is to get you to promote posts, which means you pay to have it seen by all your fans or a bunch of other things. And again, promoting posts could be a whole day lecture, but you can promote posts just to the people that already like your page, so you just pay $5 or $10, whatever it is, to make sure all 1,000 of your fans see it versus just a couple hundred. But you can also promote the post to outside areas. So a lot of times we'll do the demographics and area and geographics targeting. So we'll say we want this post to go to 35, 45-year-olds that live within 6 miles of the office or something like that. So, and they aren't fans of the page. They don't know anything about the page, and you can promote to them as well. Again, this could be a whole day talk, and we do a lot of this. In case you haven't noticed, nobody wants to read anything anymore in this country, so mostly pictures and videos do very well on Facebook. They don't want to read long posts a lot of times. I know there's some long form that works well, but for Facebook, it's short. People are scrolling through. They want to look at the pictures and videos very quick. They don't want to read a whole long post. We also have done very well with short videos in the office. I've had physical therapists and trainers do stretching videos. Here's some glutes and hamstring stretches. Show one of our decompression machine, the band workout, something like that. And someone instructional, there's a good stretch. Everybody here knows, teach a couple stretches. There's a good piriformis stretch, a good hamstring stretch. Do a just quick video. You just have a staff hold up a cell phone and do that, and that works great. The big thing now, if you haven't noticed, is pictures with graphics on them. They call them memes sometimes. Facebook, you can do those right on Facebook. You can make your own now. There's other programs. Canva is a big one. Paint. There's 100 of them now. I have one on my phone called InstaQuote, where you basically can just write a quote on a picture and post that really quick and do that. The last thing is to try to make something go viral. Everyone's probably seen this before, so we've only done this once or twice. I have an interesting story with that, but you have a post and say if you share and like this post, you're entered to win a prize, an Xbox, a $50 gift card, Dunkin' Donuts, something like that. We've done well with that. We did it with the lottery tickets. We posted a picture of 10 lottery tickets when it was like a $300 million jackpot. It said click like and share this, and if we win, you're entered in to split up the prize. That got us more likes and fans. I've only done this a couple of times in my last seminar the last seminar I did in Texas. Actually, someone did this too much, and they got banned. They got some sort of some punishment from these viral posts trying to make it too much too much viral. Sorry about the little script there. We just got a little question there. So it said, do I do all this or staff do this? A lot of this is delegated to staff. We'll get into that a little bit more later. I do some of it. We have a couple staff that are authorized to do our page. We also have a professional company doing a lot of the back-end stuff for us, which we'll talk a little bit about before. So I don't think you have to do this all yourself. And in fact, I don't want you to do all this up. You have busy practice like me and most of my docs. You shouldn't be on Facebook for 3 hours a day. You should be treating patients running your practice. So a lot of this can be delegated to your staff or to an outside marketing company, and that would definitely be the way to do this. So that's the other question. But yeah, a viral post, if you do that, do it very cautiously. That's the first time I've heard that, but I did hear that they got punished for doing that too much. All right, so video ads on Facebook. So this is kind of the big strategy everyone's been talking about the last year. It was one of the most popular strategies, although a new article just came out that said Facebook's maybe fudging some of these numbers a little bit, and they got in a little bit of trouble with that. But we get patients from Facebook video ads quite a bit. It's one of the things that people tell us they come in from. One of the difficult things with internet marketing in general is that, patients come in and just say, where'd you hear about us? Like internet, Google, and they don't really, they don't know, and you can't grill them too much. Was it an SEO? Was it pay-per-click? And they're not even going to know the difference. So for me, someone who likes to track it, it'd be a little tricky, but the video ads we hear all the time. Patients come in, they're new patients. I always saw the testimony video from John that had low back pain, and I have it too, so I came in. Or I'm in a pretty small town with 15, 20,000 people, and they'll actually know the people in the testimonials, which is great. The person will see it, they'll share it, like it, and their friends will see it. So that's another reason why the testimonial works good. But right now, video ads on Facebook are a great strategy. They're trying to take away the video ad business from YouTube, basically. So they're doing very low cost here, and you'll see that down in my graphic down there. You see our cost per result is 1 cent in this, and this was a long running. You see we had 11,000 video views, reached 9,000 people, and spent $147. So I don't know what you can do. Not all 10,000 of those people are obviously going to come in, but there's nothing you can really do that I've ever known that can reach 10,000 people for $147. I mean, even Valpak's going to cost you $400 to reach 10,000 people. So it's very low cost if you know what you're doing. And again, we have a company that manages for us that are excellent, and they know how to get that cost down. But you can get, like I said, 1 cent a click. You're getting the whole town to see it for $150. You can't beat it. So we get patients all the time from the internet or from the Facebook video ads. They say they saw a testimony video. It's been most effective. Again, we've worked on other stuff, trying to do different stuff, but again, the authentic testimony videos work well. They can be tricky to upload, so Darren can tell you we had a little trouble with these in the beginning. Sometimes Facebook can be a little tricky to get things to upload. It's not as straightforward as getting from your phone to YouTube but it's not a big deal. You can get it done. Again, the targeting is amazing with Facebook, and that's why advertisers love it now. Not only can you do geographic, they're within 5 miles of your office, 6 miles. You can pick the town you want to be in. Demographics are amazing. You can pick any age range, 25 to 31. I mean, anything you can think about. And you can get down into interest, whether they like Chinese food, whether they like, just about anything you think of. The targeting on Facebook is really amazing. For most chiros, you really want to age target and geographic target. You can do, men and women. You can do other stuff. We don't get too much into that. We kind of broadly target people. We don't get too young because a lot of 18-year-olds don't have back pain, so we'll start a little bit older, 25, go up to 65 or even over. But don't count on people over 65 either. You'd be surprised how many 75-year-olds are tracking their grandkids on Facebook as well. So it's a great strategy. If you're not doing Facebook video ads, you're really missing out. It's the one that really brings people in the door to office every week that we could definitely track. All right, so that's on Facebook. Next pillar is Google Local, Google Maps. So they've changed the name of this about 25 times, but now they call it Google Local, I believe. But it's basically when you Google chiropractor, your town, and all the listings that show up with the maps, that's what we're talking about, Google Local or Google Maps. So we want to just, again, same things before. We want to make sure the channel looks good. You see ours over there, our phone number there, the hours, make sure that's right close today. I did this presentation on a Sunday originally, so it wasn't there. The reviews there, we're going to talk about that in a second, make sure the website's correct, the directions, location's correct, and all that stuff. So a lot of times the map can be a little tricky. We just had to talk about this earlier today. Make sure it's in the right location. People use Google Maps to get into your office all the time. And I have a brand new car with a fancy navigation system in it, and half the time Google Maps gets me places better than this fancy GPS. So a lot of people are using that. It works really usually pretty well. They know the traffic. So people use it as a map. Make sure it's in the right place. Make sure it's paid look good. Have, again, so picture of the staff, friendly faces, all that. Phone number, email, etc. is all correct. So talk a little bit about reviews. So there's a little known, not a little known, but a psychological thing known as social proof. And what social proof means is that when a person is in a situation where they're unsure of the correct way to behave, they'll often look to others for other cues to concern the right behavior. This is written by Robert Cialdini. If you don't know who that is, he's the #1 researcher, scientist in that. His #1 book was Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion. Probably the best book a chiropractor could read. And don't let the title fool you. It's all about persuading people properly, which one makes people do things. But one of the things way before reviews were around, social proof was a big deal. So people think these reviews are such a new thing. It really isn't. If you've ever been to a restaurant, you notice they seat you by the window when the place is kind of quiet. So when you're walking around, it looks busy. The docs with a busy waiting room get busier. People want to do what other people are doing. So that's what really the reviews are all about. It's just the modern society's take on social proof. So reviews are social currency, which means social proof that other people like you and you're good, and other people are going to see that and want to come in. So where do you get reviews? So I've had long talks with docs about this. The two musts for me are Facebook and Google. That Google local page we just saw that we had all those reviews, you want to get them on there, and your Facebook page as well. There's a secondary list of a lot of websites now, depending on the marketplace. The big one I get asked a lot of questions about are Yelp. Fortunately for me, Yelp is not big in New Jersey at all. They're not popular, and my patients really don't use it much, so I don't have to worry about it that much. But Yelp is notorious for really screwing over chiropractors and everybody. They don't post the good reviews unless you're a paid advertiser. They promote the bad reviews. They're very difficult to deal with. And I've heard 100 horror stories. Docs call me having big troubles with Yelp. They lost their reviews. The bad review went to the top. Yelp is not ethical. There's a class action lawsuit against them. I don't recommend advertising with them. But if it's big in your market, what you need to do is just get as many good reviews on there as possible. The frustrating thing with Yelp is you're going to get 10 good reviews. You're only going to post 2 or 3, and the other ones are on this back page, not recommended, or whatever they call it. They're insanely frustrating, and I've heard it all from my docs. But if it's in your market, you just got to get the reviews. There's a lot of other websites that are players now, so you guys got to take a look in your market. Be surprised. RateMDs is actually pretty popular for chiropractors, so even though we're not medical docs per se, we're on there, they're reviewing you. There's AngelList, there's Yellow Pages, there's a lot of others. So just check your town. If you just Google chiropractor reviews, your town, your state, you'll see what's popular there pretty much. You'll be able to figure it out, but don't ignore some of these other ones. So how are you going to get reviews? So again, we got to do this carefully. No funny business is one of the things in there. So one of the easiest things I've done is win this 32-inch TV. So we'll just throw a big 32-inch TV on the front desk and a big sign, win this 32-inch review. Leave us a review on one of these 3 websites and be entered to win this TV. So list your couple, Facebook, Google, Yelp, whatever it is, or just one if that's the only one. Leave us a review on Yelp, be entered to win. You cannot bribe somebody to write a review, but you can enter to win the contest. And we do this for a bunch of different things. A couple of things on that. You don't want to leave the reviews in the clinic. There's other consultants that teach you to set up a laptop and leave them on the front desk. Google and Yelp, they know your IP address, which tells them where you are, and if they see 20 reviews in the same place, they're going to know there's funny business, so don't do that. You also don't want to do too many in one day, so you want to run this for like a month. This isn't something you do in a day. So if you have never got any reviews and you get 10 in a day, Google and these companies might flag that. But over a month, you're just getting a couple a week. And not a lot of people are going to do this. Not 20 patients a day aren't going to leave you reviews. So you usually don't have to worry about that. But don't worry, if you are getting too many in a day, definitely just be careful on that. Again, no funny business. Like I said, people buy reviews. I mean, you could buy fake reviews online and all kinds of stuff. Just don't do that. Build them slowly. And then you can also have a social media review contest where you say leave us a review on or best review on these sites and be entered to win as well. But yeah, just make sure we do that the right way. It is really important. Again, it's going to not only boost your new patients, it's going to boost your referrals. Someone's friend sent you in, and they're going to check you out. You have all these good Yelp reviews. They're going to know, who to check out. All right. All right, so testimonials next. So we talked about these a couple times. So again, we've gone around this testimonials a few times. So we're going to reuse those same video testimonials in multiple places, and that's why they're so valuable. So first, we're going to use them on Facebook as ads. They'll also go on your Facebook page. We use that same testimonial on our YouTube page and maybe as a YouTube ad. Another strategy we do is put them on postcards. So I'll have the staff type them up, and they'll put on postcards. Order those from Vistaprint, very cheap, 50 postcards, a couple bucks, and we'll hand that out to the patient that wrote it to give to their friends. We do video ads we talked about before. We have a whole page on our website. That's what you're seeing right now of testimonials, just a wall of them. And it must be 50, 60, or maybe more. So if somebody's clicking on which chiropractor to go to, they click on the testimonial page, and we have 60 videos it's going to be impressive. And that's a lot more impressive, especially nowadays, than written ones. Everybody's seen these infomercials and stuff with these unreliable written testimonials. So having the videos really is powerful. But you just reuse them so much. You get this video and you get your staff to do it, and you're using it over and over again. So it's just a great strategy. Testimonials have always been good. All right, so some final thoughts on internet marketing. So internet marketing for your office can be a solid, consistent new patient generator. It's patients in and out every week, every month. So unlike a lot of the other stuff that we do, like I said, you're just getting a couple come in here or there. You do a patient appreciation aim, you get 30, and then you're okay for 2 months. That's why a lot of practices do what I call the practice roller coaster. So you're seeing 100 visits a week. You do a patient appreciation day, you're up to 150 for a month. There's no ads going on, nothing going on, you're back down to 100. And most stocks go up and down like that their whole career, but what you really want is consistent growth, and this is one way to do it. If you're getting 15, 20, 30 new patients a month from the internet, even more, just every month. Again, the question earlier, much of this can be outsourced. I recommend you know a little bit about this, but again, I want you on Facebook for 3 hours or SEO. There actually a doc's trying to do too much of this on their own, that holds them back. There's no way you can run a practice and treat patients and do this all yourself. So you get a company that knows what they're doing, and can outsource and implement these programs right into your office. And my email's on there. Email me, and we'll absolutely set you up with the company that we use at the office that does most of this for us. So again, it's put on autopilot. You know the systems. You have a company that knows the systems. They'll do most of this for you, and it can be put on autopilot. We're just getting patients every month, and that's what I do. We have quick meetings and look at some reports, but most of it's done. As much as the internet is fast, the internet marketing can be kind of slow. So there's another thing. Talk to docs. They get a new website. They want 10 new patients in that first week. It's not going to happen. The marketing is actually kind of slow. Even the search engines take time to index you and your rankings to go up. It takes time to build your rankings up. It can take a long time. And these ads and everything just takes time to get traction. And it all feeds off each other too. And that's why I call it pillars. You got the Facebook's feeding, and Google knows what your Facebook page is doing too. And they know and see your Facebook building up, your SEO is building up, your pay-per-clicks, your YouTube. Google and YouTube as well. So this all gets built together to build your presence, but it does take time. So if the docs do it for 2 or 3 months, they give up, and you're not even going to see any results that quick. So you got to spend some time, give it some time to do it. Again, the upfront work pays dividends for years. We get a testimonial video, and literally we're using it for years on YouTube and Facebook ads and everywhere else. It's being used for a long time. So you put in some effort, time up front, it can pay off for a long time to go. So hope this was helpful. We kept this down to about a half hour. It can be, like I said, each one of these slides could be a whole day presentation. I'm here to help anybody that's on here. My email's on there, drfedich@milliondollarclinic.com. Email me. I'll be happy to review your website, no charge. And we also will do a free 15-minute phone consultation to go over your internet marketing with you. If you email me by tomorrow, within the next 24 hours, email me and I'll do a 15-minute phone consultation, go over your internet marketing, see if there's something we can help you make it a little bit better. And that's it. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. If we have any last questions there, I'll give you a minute or two to type in a question, and then we'll let you guys off for the night. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you.